Who's been to Friday Night Fights before? Okay, round of applause if this is your first Friday Night Fights. Welcome. Well, okay, for all the newbies, for all the rubes, this is an improv cage match. You are going to see two teams, two improv troops, and they're going to be zigging and zagging for 17 minutes. No more, no less. Lights go out at 17 minutes. And then you'll see two groups, and then you, yes you audience, the sexiest audience in Multnomah County, get to vote on which team wins. We have a team that has won one Friday Night Fights, and they are returning. If you win, you keep playing. But they are being challenged by another team that wants to dethrone them. Who will win? And I don't know. It'll be up to you voters. And I won't accept any non-voters.
Oh, that's like a
double entendre. Yeah. All right. But then while you're voting, while we're collecting tabulated vote, we have a really amazing, I'm a big fan of this person, some stand-up comedy. You excited for stand-up comedy? Great. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, you are going to go bananas for your challenging group. Go bananas for Reprise Party! They have won one Friday Night Fights before. They're going for their second win. Go bananas for Pneumatic Device! Oh, Pneumatic Device. So you have won once. You're coming back for more. What are you thinking coming into this fight?
I should have got popcorn before the line got long.
I think we're in for a fun evening, and it's going to be fantastic.
Yeah.
Starting off strong. All right. So Reprise Party, what are you thinking? What are your thoughts coming into this fight?
Pneumatic Device, more like pneumonia delight. Because they're going to have a very sick show. It's going to be wonderful.
Yeah. All right. Okay, well, so these are two teams. So figure out who's going to go first, who's going to go second. We're going to play a game, an improv game, to determine that. So we need 3 players from Reprise Party. Who are they going to be? Yay, yay, yay. Nice, okay. And then there's only 2 of you, so we need a very special audience member who's quick-witted, who wants to just jump.
Right here.
Okay, if you volunteer someone else, you volunteer yourself! You did this to yourself. Come on now. We don't give a fuck! So, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to play a game called Category Pop. First of all, what's your name, sir?
Brian.
Give it up for Brian. And you're going to give us categories, things that you can list many things off of, and I'm going to point to these players rapid fire. Everybody take a step forward. I'm going to go real hard on everybody except for Brian, because you're a muggle. Give it up for Brian! All right, so you're going to give us a thing, a category, and I'm going to point to them, and if they mess up, they repeat or anything, you just don't like them, you yell pow, like really viciously. So let's just try that. 1, 2, 3. Pow! You were there. All right. So what is our first category?
Ice cream.
Ice cream. Great. Great. Brian, you're for Pneumatic Device. We've got Reprise Party over here. Ice cream. Here we go.
Chunky monkey.
Rocky Road.
Chocolate.
Banana.
Vanilla.
Chocolate chip.
Mint.
Huckleberry. Sorbet.
Other mint.
Blackberry.
Other mint.
Mint is a versatile flavor.
But that was practice round. All right, this is for realsies. For realsies. Okay, what's our new category?
Bubbly drinks.
Disney princesses. Thank you. This is, the future is female. All right. Disney princesses.
Mulan.
The Fish Lady.
Cinderella.
Abracadabra.
Yona who?
Slang. You're slang for.
Is he in or is he out?
Ariel.
You're out. Fine.
That was very divided among gender lines. All the guys were like, in!
All right, take a seat. All right, new category.
Bubbly drinks.
What did you say?
Bubbly drinks.
Bubbly drinks.
Yeah.
Bubbly drinks.
Boba tea.
Bubble tea.
Pamplemousse. Mountain Dew.
IPA.
Sprite.
Lemon.
Coca-Cola.
Champagne.
Coca-Cola.
Who's working for Brian? I like it. All right, new category. What'd you say? No.
Types of cheese. Serial
Boring
killer.
person. What? Two
Sex positions. You can just say sex positions. There are no children in the audience.
Okay, so sex positions. From the bottom. Yeah. Sex positions. Here we go.
Spread eagle.
69. Face down in the ice cream.
Reverse cowboy.
Doggy style.
Neapolitan. Fuck.
Okay, what's our new category?
Types of cheese.
Types of cheese. Really? Oh my gosh. Types of cheese. Don't say Gouda.
Cheddar.
String. Colby.
Sharp cheddar.
Havarti.
Cottage. Swiss.
Irish cheddar.
Fake American.
Check in with Morgan over there and you can get 2 free tickets to any Curious Comedy show.
Yeah.
All right, this is it. This is it. Oh my God. What is the best category we're gonna have? Power tools.
Yeah. Man's
I like that. Power tools. This is it.
Worm drive drill.
cordless drill.
Oscillating fan.
Driver.
Yeah! Ladies and gentlemen, get up and name Pneumatic Device. Do you want to go first or second?
Hands to the side. Yeah, we're gonna go.
You're gonna go first? All right, they're gonna go first. All improvisers leave the stage. Give them a round of applause when they go. All right, your first team, they are champions. They are looking for their second win. Give it up for Pneumatic Device!
I'm Nick. This is Dan. We're gonna get 4 things from you now. 4 common nouns. So if you guys could just bark out a few common nouns.
Weasel. I definitely heard shoe. I heard carrot.
Pencil, shoe, carrot, pencil.
Tree.
Tree?
Shoe, carrot, pencil, tree.
Shoe, carrot, pencil, tree. Those are 4 things that we cannot say in any of our scenes. Shoe, carrot, pencil, tree. If you hear any of those words, I want you to make this sound. Can everybody do that?
And then apologize to the person that's sitting in front of you.
So you hear us say shoe, carrot, pencil, or tree, and you will say, and that's really it.
And what do we do when that happens?
Oh, and at that point, we start another scene.
Yeah.
We have failed you at that point, and we start another scene.
We're not allowed to talk about shoe, carrot, pencil, or tree. Right? That's right? Okay. And we're going to forget, so you guys have to remember. All right. Killing it. Anything else you need to say?
No, I think we got it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're...
Pneumatic Device.
Oh, hey, you look like you're feeling better.
I spent 3 days so vomitously.
Ah, that's a fun word.
Yeah, my dad showed me that word.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On like a flashcard?
No, he showed me, he said, when you do this for days and days, you can refer to that as vomituously. It was more telling than a showing, I guess, in hindsight. I was so ill. Oh, I think I know the specific black bean in that burrito that did it to me.
the one individual black bean?
I think so.
Maybe we could trace it back to Georgia or whatever?
I can't tell you where it was harvested, but I know it had a sour taste.
That's the worst. Oh, that's the fucking worst, man.
It went into my mouth, I swallowed it, and boy, I began feeling vomituous. Almost immediately.
Okay, all right.
But I'm top notch now.
Yeah, you look it, and you don't smell like you've been vomiting for 3 days either, which is an accomplishment. When I get sick, I don't do laundry. I mean, right? No, who does?
Well, I usually have plenty of time to do laundry if I've been vomituous. In fact, I usually will find some on my sleeves as a result of
Some
bad practices.
with some laundry on your sleeves?
No, some of the
vomit.
vomituous materials.
I'm just saying, like, based on your definition of the word vomituous, it sounds like if I was vomituously doing anything, there would be no time for laundry because I'm vomituously doing something else. Vomiting. I'm just saying, straighten out the shit your dad says. Your dad was not often incorrect. He was often incorrect about many things.
But matters that were of vomit, a vomituous nature, not of those matters.
Man, relax, man. Jesus fucking
I'm
Christ.
sorry, I'm just so chock full of energy after 3 days of vomituous tendencies and behaviors.
Yeah. I don't like your dad. He's just not a good dude. You know what I mean? I didn't want to tell you, but he's fucking you over. You know what I mean? He's has another family in Arizona. Everybody. Yeah. Dale. Yeah, he's got. Yeah, he doesn't go by Dale in Arizona.
Oh my dear. I did not know that Papa had been having new families.
It's not new. You're the new family. And that language that he taught you, your family, that's not real. It's not even from a TV show. It's not that accent that your grandpa has. That's just German. That's regular German accent.
What about vomituous?
I don't think it's a real word. I don't know, but I'm pretty sure it's not a real word. I'm pretty sure he took the word vomit and added like a Greek.
The mituous part?
Yeah.
He added mituous to vomit?
I think so. I don't know. I'm gonna look it up when I get home for sure. It's gonna be like the first thing that I do. Or else this will all be a waste of time. If it is a real word, I'll feel like a real dick.
I hope it's a real word. Yet I'm still going to be miffed about the whole Arizona thing.
Yeah, I would be too. That's fucking and by the way, you and your brother and your mom, you're the only ones that didn't know. Everybody else knows. I'm sorry, it's not funny at all. He taught your family a language that doesn't exist, but he's a live action role player in Arizona.
LARPing?
LARPing, yeah, it's weird. It's really weird.
Sounds kind of interesting
It's
and
not.
nice.
It's not. It never is. I'm really sorry. That sucks. We should just enjoy the rest of the movie. I'm sorry that I messed it up for you.
I'm beginning to feel vomituous again.
Okay, all right. Please don't. Just don't. You don't see Luke until the end, the very end.
And now you've spoiled the movie.
It's just not. It's not great. I don't know. I mean, it's fine. It's fine. Just watch. It's great. It's whatever. The space battles are cool. Who cares? He's got a third family. and that one's old. You're not interested. That's weird. Like his first son is old enough to be your dad.
My whole life has been turned upside down.
They live in British Columbia.
Oh, I've heard it's nice there.
It's nice. They own a tree farm.
Caleb,
What?
have you seen my belt?
Yeah, I've seen it, yeah. It's doing great.
Well, it's not doing its intended purpose. I need it to hold my pants up.
Oh, yeah, you gotta get those pants up, my friend. Oh, you are not a 34. You're a 30 at best on a good day. 30.
You went backwards from what I thought you were going to say. You made it sound as if I have a smaller waist.
I know.
Where's my belt?
Oh, I'm using it for the good of mankind. I'm using it.
Caleb, there's no use for belts that can improve mankind as a whole.
Oh, there is. Kenny's in the other room, fucking shooting up with heroin.
First off, that's awful.
Yeah.
And that's only one person.
Yeah. No, he's gonna get super strength, and then he's gonna lift the car off of Janine. Janine is decidedly upset at this point.
Heroin isn't going to give him any strength that allows him to lift a car off of a human.
Oh, you haven't seen Kenny when he shoots up with heroin. He's a maniac. The worst that's going to happen is he lifts some other car, and then we'll just redirect him.
That is nonsense.
No, that's exactly what's going to happen. The Volvo's parking brake needs a bit of a fix, by the way. It rolled down off the driveway. Janine was cleaning out the gutter. And I will say that the pine cones are especially problematic this time of year.
This is absolutely absurd.
It's not. Your belt is going to help Janine out, and then Janine presumably is going to go help somebody else. It's the trickle-down effect. It's paying it forward with heroin.
That's 2 people at the most.
Right now, yeah. Yeah, we're gonna start something big. Throw that shit on YouTube, that goes viral, and then pretty soon people are helping each other all across the United States, maybe Canada. And it all started with a...
You mean the video of the lifting of the car and the saving of Janine?
Yeah, or, Kenneth doing weird shit out on the street, I don't know. That goes crazy. You see the Coney 2814 dude that started that. Then he was like on bath salts and eating a guy's face. That went viral. And then everybody, the people didn't help each other, but we do that. We do that, we flip it. You know what I mean?
No!
All I'm saying is your belt is unavailable. Okay, all right. right, great. That's a good place to end that. Yeah. All right. All right, everyone. I'm glad you're here. There's been an emergency situation developing outside, and, well, there's only one person that I can think of that can solve this very tragic situation, and that is Emilio Vespucci. Everyone, round of applause for Emilio. Now, I don't need to introduce Emilio Vespucci to you all. You all know him from the posters and from the DVD cases and so on, but Emilio Vespucci has quite a lot of experience dealing with disappearances of adults and children alike, and I promise that the entire inside of the tour bus that was sitting out front will be found before the end of the day. Emilio.
We're going to get it from where it is now to where it's supposed to be, which is in the inside of the bus.
Now, Emilio has a 4-part plan that he's briefed me on backstage, and they're all a bit complicated. But Emilio, I'd like you to tell everybody what your first part of the plan is for getting the people back into the bus.
We're going to catalog their current locations outside of the bus first. I have papers and pencils and things.
I'm gonna sit. I'm gonna sit here.
Hey, if you're sitting, I'm sitting too.
Hey, take a seat.
It can't be a powwow unless the two of us are both here sitting.
There
Oh,
you are.
careful,
Yeah,
babe.
we're doing it. All right. Nice to see you again.
Thanks, Denny. Okay.
Once a year doesn't seem like hardly enough, you know?
No, it doesn't. We could make it more if you'd like.
I don't really have time nowadays, you understand? I'm driving for Uber. That can't stop. You gotta keep going or else, you know, I'm renting the car. They rent me a car, and if you gotta make a minimum amount or else they have to give the car back.
I'll join you in the car.
You can't join me in the car. You literally can't. I have to have the ability to transport 3 passengers at any given time. That's my livelihood you're talking about here.
No, I can do it. I can make sure you can still fit 3 in.
I don't see I don't see how. I got the booster seat uninstalled about 2 months ago.
You got a glove box on the passenger side?
Well, of course I got a glove box on the passenger side. Why wouldn't I have a glove box on the passenger side?
That's for you to figure out. I just asked if you had one or not.
Are you saying you're going to fit yourself inside the glove box?
No, you can't fit a human being in the inside
I
of a
know
glove
you
box.
can't fit a human being on the inside of a glove box. Sound like you were asserting that you were going to sit in the glove box.
No, I'm going to get in the part between the feet and the glove box. The proper folding of the limbs, you can get yourself all up right in that spot right there.
You know I drive a Civic, right?
You can drive one of them little e-scooters if you like. I'm fitting in that thing.
I don't think you can. You haven't been in yoga for that long. Yoga ain't going to help you after 6 months fit into the floorboard of a Civic.
You see what I'm doing right
I
here?
see what you're doing and I'm not impressed.
This is only 1/3 of the technique. This is only 1/3 of the technique.
Well, fucking get on with it, man.
I ain't showing you the whole technique right now.
I didn't come down here once a year to see you fold yourself like a fucking card table. I don't give a shit about your yoga, and I'm not gonna try to drive you around. I am so sorry for screaming, but I am just so
Hey,
angry right
back
now.
up a second. Start of this here chat was you and I wanted to spend a little more time together instead of just a once a year time.
I do want to spend a little more time together, but I don't want you to fold yourself up into a Hershey's Kiss wrapper in the floorboards of my Civic.
Why can't you let me fold it? Use the other 2/3 of the technique.
Because I don't think you are capable of doing that. God damn it, you make me so angry sometimes.
Oh, ye of little faith. I got 2/3 technique I could spring you on you if you give me another hour to warm up. We get right in that space between the glove box and the floorboard. Please believe me. Please.
cancel.
Cameron, do you want to come out here? This next group has a musical accompanist. Give it up for Cameron Gaba! I don't want anyone to eat up any other sweet time on your prattling. Appreciate it. Cool, okay. Hey, man, what do y'all think of that suit? Solid. All right, so you saw Pneumatic Device. Put that in your memory cells. And go bananas for your next group. They're challenging. They are Reprise Party!
Hi, everybody. We are Reprise Party. Will you please give it up again for the amazing Cameron Gable? We are going to be improvising a musical for you tonight, and the clock is ticking. So, to get started, we just need a suggestion from the audience, something that inspires you.
Neckbeards.
Love.
Neckbeards. Technology. Imperial stunts.
I hear caffeine. Caffeine. 3 cups, it's gonna
I just need to have one more shot. Just one more shot before you write up your study report about me.
Denise! The sloth, slow down. I can't keep up. One more cup, okay.
Yes. You know, it would help if there was another sloth around. You know, being the only sloth.
Yes.
That's probably why I just drink coffee because I'm lonely.
That's why you drink coffee, is because you're lonely. I've noted your loneliness thoroughly throughout my notes. It's coming up again and again.
But you don't understand it, Professor. You say, you write about it, but you don't really understand what it's like to be the only sloth.
Denise. Maybe someday.
I'll have something to warm me besides this.
You look real relaxed there.
How are you, Koala?
I'm doing pretty good. I just feel like you could use a little jolt. I got something for you.
What do you have?
Well, it's this thing, see, there's this scientist running around. It's called coffee.
Tell me about coffee.
It makes you jittery and amped up and excited and gives you a new vigor for life.
I'd like a new vigor for life.
You look like you need one.
Will it make me fast and snappy, like you?
Well, snappier than you are now, that's for sure. That's the scientist there. See here, drink it. I know you've been looking for something new in your life, something to give you meaning, and maybe this will help you find it. Do you feel different now?
I do.
You do.
I feel different.
Me too. Coffee is the cure.
Making me stuff.
Coffee is the cure.
I feel so speedy in my mind.
jittery there.
Stevie, it's getting worse.
Yeah, it's getting worse.
I mean, it's seriously worse. I don't think I have much longer to live.
Don't give up now. There's something out there. There's something more than just the caffeine that's flowing through your veins.
It's promises, it's promises, it's steady results, it's grant reports, it's government funding, everything comes before my love life.
Well, don't just talk about it. Do something about it.
I'm going to find a manslaughter.
Oh, now you're talking.
I'm gonna find one.
Go out there. There's a man sloth out there for
There's
you.
one for me here.
Oh, is he lurking under the chair? Is that it? Perhaps not there.
Where is he? Where is he?
Sniffer.
What's going on in here? Are you inciting Denise again?
Look, I know it's all about science for you, but there's something stronger than science. There's love, there's compassion. This one, well, she needs something more than numbers to crunch.
You're absolutely right. Look, Denise, I believe I've identified a man sloth that fits your unique criteria. Recently, he's become also addicted to caffeine, as you have become.
And that would be a good pairing? We would reinforce each other's addictions?
There's only one way to find out.
Whether or not you'd be codependent. Look, it's risky. We could lose all of the research that we've built.
It's gonna be risky if you don't fulfill my needs with a manslaughter. I'm literally about...
She's percolating. I can feel it.
All right. All right, stop feeling her percolation.
Okay.
To a rough. All right, look. I'll go get him. All right, go.
Go!
I'll go.
Go!
Go.
Keep your hands to yourself.
Okay. I'm excited. Oh, it's time to get you ready.
Stevie, it's gonna happen!
It's time to get you
gonna
ready.
happen.
Now you sit. You get ready for your manslaughter. That's right.
How?
Well, there's just one way to make a manslaughter swoon.
Tell me. It's been so long.
Words on the ground, words above, words about friendship, words about love.
These words.
Get up now and go to him. Open your heart and let him in.
And let him in.
Let him in to see your worth. You're a sloth. Now go to work.
So it's words. And letting him in.
Let him in.
Denise,
It sounds easy enough.
come over here. I have someone for you to meet.
It's him.
Success.
Listen, we've got to stop drinking that stuff the scientist is giving.
It's making me so hot.
Yeah, and sweaty, and just think about things late at night.
I can't stop thinking about certain things. It's does done thinking. I want to do. Let's not think, let's do. Let's be more than the coffee we drink. Let's be the heat in the coffee. Let's be the heat.
Are y'all having a good time? Good. Okay, so now it's time for you. Are you okay? Okay. Now's the time for you to do your civic duty and vote. You have little pieces of paper on your table. There should be some Curious Comedy Theater pens. You're welcome to take those home with you, okay? You're welcome. And you can either vote for Pneumatic Device, just guess on the spelling, I refuse to learn. And you could either vote for Reprise Party. So that's Reprise Party or Pneumatic Device, okay? And then Kendall and Morgan are gonna go around to the audience. They're gonna collect your vote. Let's get a round of applause for these lovely people. Great. Okay, cool. All right, okay, so just a few announcements. This is a nonprofit theater. Who knew that, by the way? Who knew it was a nonprofit? Great, yeah. We have a mission statement, and that's all it takes, okay? We're trying to improve the lives of the rich and the poor. No, wait. We're trying to improve the lives of the young and the old with the art of comedy. So do you think that we're doing a good job? Great, okay, good. We got all kinds of shows going on here. We have some free classes. If you want to take a class, learn how to do improv, you can. Sign up with Morgan over there at the box office. There's also an amazing show happening on November 30th, J Names. This is the group. Everybody, give it up for J Names. Our new photos, this is good. Well, if you know any deaf friends or hard of hearing people in the ASL community, this comedy show is 100% ASL accessible. So it's interpreted, yes, yeah. So please invite your deaf friends to come because this show, the whole thing will be interpreted, and we're very proud of that. We want to offer accessibility to everybody. Yeah, let's give it up for deaf people. They're so cool. And even if they're not here, we live stream the shows with the picture-in-picture of the interpreter, who's also an improviser, so he speaks ASL and improv. And so it's a picture-in-picture so they can enjoy it across the globe. All right, that's that. Now, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for some stand-up comedy? Okay, I am a big fan of this stand-up comic. He is one of the best ones in Portland. Please give a big round of applause to Pedro Andrade!
Hi everyone. Is this on? Yeah. So my name is Pedro, and yeah, we're coming for these jobs too. I'm 6'3". One of the questions that I always get, people always ask me if my parents are tall or if my brothers and sisters are tall too. But they're not. I always reassure people, the rest of my family's regulation size Mexican. They can all play soccer. But still some people are like, well, how did you get so tall, Pedro? I tell them, well, I don't know. Maybe my mom had an affair with one of the Juarez Globetrotters? I don't know. Either that or on December 1976, someone in Michoacan, Mexico booked Sinbad. And it went well for him, man. It went really well for him. I was at a Mexican restaurant the other day. I was waiting for my order. And this white guy walked in, and we made eye contact. He asked me for a menu. Yeah. I was like, hey, I don't work here. We don't all work here. And then he pointed, and I noticed that I was blocking the menus on the wall. So I handed him a menu. But he handed it right back. He's like, this is a vegan menu. We're not all vegan. Touche, culero. Touche. Yeah. I don't know. Donald Trump was warning people earlier this year that immigrants are changing the culture. We are? Yeah. You're welcome, by the way. Don't worry, no one's going to touch Frisbee golf. You can keep Frisbee golf. No one's touching Frisbee golf. No, but I did read earlier, I did read somewhere that Latinos spend $1.4 trillion in America last year. $1.4 trillion, man. So I was thinking, maybe just give us back what we spent and we'll go. Yeah, that's not a joke. Just give us back what we spent and we'll go. All right. It is what it is. I'm kind of high right now, and I'm trying to figure out if I... You ever just realize, oh no, what am I doing up here? That's kind of what's going on. Like, I just realized I'm doing stand-up comedy in Portland, Oregon. That's Are y'all familiar with this haircut this hairstyle that's popular with white women? The internet is calling the "I want to speak to a manager" haircut. Yeah. I feel like my hairstyle says "I want to speak to an attorney." That's mine right there. No, yeah. I'm not a citizen. I'm a permanent resident, which means that I can work here and I can go to school here, you know. I'm not a citizen. My parents want me to become a citizen. They're worried. And I mean, nothing against America. I love it here, but I hate taking tests. And like I said, I smoke way too much weed, be trying to remember things that most Americans don't even know. Besides, you know, I've watched Saving Private Ryan and Platoon. And I own like 5 Jackson Brown CDs, so I feel like I've done enough, you know what I mean? Done enough to be here. I know there's a lot of hatred against immigrants right now, right? Particularly Mexicans. And it's nothing new, though. Like, I've been here. I've been in this country most of my life. As long as I've been here, we've been called wetbacks, beaners, illegal aliens. It happens all the time. Shit, even my doctor the other day called me a borderline diabetic. Racist. Racist, man. No, I didn't go to school here. I used to get in trouble for speaking Spanish here in the United States, going to school here, public school. I remember the first time it happened, a teacher heard me say órale in class and told me, Pedro, órale is an inappropriate word. Here's the thing, I was a second grade ESL student, so I was like, I'm sorry, what does inappropriate mean? No idea. So I was getting in trouble I was also getting in trouble for talking too much, you know, talking in class. One of the things the teacher used to do is they put tape over my mouth and sit me on the corner. Yeah. So when like other kids were being held back in school, I was just being held hostage. Another thing they would do is they put me in a room by myself and make me copy pages out of the dictionary by hand. You remember that? Yeah. I guess they figured I'd like open the book and see all those words and freak out and promise never to talk again or something, right? Now then the teacher would come back and be like, Pedro, we could go back to class, but you have to promise to behave. I'd be like, teacher, I promise to behave, behoove, besiege, I'll bestow. Whatever you begot. Just please stop belittling me. You weren't having that, man. I had another teacher one time, they didn't want to say my name, said, hey, can I just call you Pete? It's like, hey, man, my name is an important part of who I am. My parents taught me to be proud of it. You know what I mean? I'm not going to Americanize it and dishonor them just to make it easier on you. Well, not only that, but Pete sounds too much like pito, which is a Spanish euphemism for penis. And like the school's like 60% Latino. Are you crazy? It's like bad enough that Pedro sounds too much like pedo, which means fart. Now you want to upgrade me to penis. Think I want my good name besmirched? Things like that. I do talk a lot of shit. And like, you know, sometimes when I get off stage, people will be like, I had one guy the other day tell me, well, if you don't like it here, why don't you just leave? I was like, well, I guess you got a point. I'm an immigrant. I don't have to be here. I could be in another country living a different life. It's waiting for me anytime I want it there. That doesn't mean I'm going anywhere. I've been in this country most of my life. I love America, and I'm grateful for all the opportunities that this country has given me. But at the same time, if this bitch collapses, I got a place to crash. You know what I'm saying? It's all good. It's all good. My name's a trip. My last name is Andrade, which could be difficult for people to pronounce. Like sometimes I'll be at a show and the host will be like, welcome to the stage, Pedro Androgynous. So I figured I gotta like change it up, you know, to make it easier on people and be more relatable too, you know. So I've been thinking about changing it to like maybe like Pedro Iglesias or Pedro James Olmos or Selena, you know. Any educators here? Speaking of schools. Yeah, man, I was driving by a school the other day, and who decided 20 miles an hour is appropriate speed to hit a kid with your car? Turn around there, man. Hey, thank you so much, Kira. You've been wonderful. Have a good night.
Hey, here we go for Pedro! I love that guy. He's so good. Find him on social media, follow him, give him some love. All right, are you ready to find out who the winner of Friday Night Fights is? Drum roll, please. And the winner is Reprise Party! Give a round of applause! Take a bow. Now get out of here. Get out of here. All right, Reprise Party will be back to defend their newfound title on the next Friday Night Fights because it happens every first and third Friday here at the beautiful Curious Comedy Theater. Ladies and gentlemen, you've been a fantastic audience. I am Jay Flewelling. Have a good night. Have a few more drinks. Drive home. Have a good night.